Today we are going on a little hike in Frisco and then a little afternoon trip to Breckenridge, but was very excited to do this Mount Royal Trail. I love it up here and it wasn't crowded. So about to hike up that. It's 1,200 feet in like a mile and a half, so we'll see how it goes. This is the main trailhead and just the start. As I said, it's a pretty steep climb and exhausting, but the views in the beginning are amazing. Second water break, and I hope I'm halfway. The home stretch at the sign where it says to go to Mount Victoria or to Mount Royal. We made it to the top. Just got to Breckenridge and got a turkey sandwich in the Breck Deli. It is so good and I could not wait to get some eating in the car because I was gonna drive to a park nearby, but I'm starving. After this, I'm going to go to Marigold's because they had really cute like ceramic cups for like coffee and tea, and I'm running low on those. I think I'm gonna pick up 2 or 4 of those. Maybe I'll shop around a little bit, and then I might head to the reservoir. I have my Kindle and book, and then chill out for the rest of the afternoon, and then head home back to Denver. I think I'm gonna drink some of this and head home. I really thought I was going to like hang around the Dillon Reservoir, but honestly it's kind of hot here and I'd rather take a shower than jump in like the river. If you're ever in the Dillon area, you definitely have to drive over the Dillon Dam. It's beautiful and you can walk below it, and it's a couple miles. Car was so dirty from the hike, just like staying in the parking lot, so car wash it clean. From Marigold's, went for these mugs. I have 2 mugs and they're just like cheap IKEA just to have. These aren't dishwasher safe, but they're really nice ceramic mugs, and this is what I really went for. It has like a nice brown dark gray trim, and I got 4 of these, so I was like, it will be nice to have, especially in the winter for like hot apple cider or hot chocolate. I think $17 each, so I feel like that's pretty good for ceramic. Really pretty. I've been looking at these since January, and I got 2 more things as I was like wandering around. One is this butter knife. It's ceramic as well. And then the last thing I got was, they had so many of these. I will insert a picture, but they're from Wood Stove Kitchen. They had so many flavors. Blackberry sage, like a mocktail. It's basically just juice. And like, I know I could probably just buy juice at the store. Other than that, I'm gonna put all this stuff away and then marinate the chicken and take a shower because I feel gross. Also, little disclaimer, I want to come back on and say that these apparently are dishwasher safe. Okay, so I'm going to make this jerk chicken, and you can add this on meat or veggies, so it's great. I was at Sprouts, so I've never had this chicken, and I hope these are all flats. I really couldn't tell, but this is the chicken. I'm using a smaller stainless steel just because I am going to only marinate it for 2 to 3 hours instead of like 6, and then tongs to mix and then plate up for the oven. I don't have a barbecue, so I'll be throwing these in the oven. What I do is I bake for like the majority of the time, and then like the last 10 minutes or so I will broil it so it gets crispy. I think it's maybe half and half. But I think the majority are, I want to say they're flats, and then now I feel like it's half and half split. Now it is time for the seasoning, and I'm just going to drizzle it on, and then they leave like quite a bit in the packaging, so I'm just going to squeeze the remainder because I have a bit over a pound of chicken wings, and this seasoning said like 1 pound, and I'm using like 1.2 pounds, I think the package said. It is brown, doesn't look great, but it smells amazing. And then I'm just going to toss these. It's about, what, 2.5 hours later, I think. And these are done marinating. I don't know what happened with the audio, but there was this humming noise in the background and it was very annoying. Anyways, I plated them up on a half sheet pan and spaced them out 1 to 2 inches depending on how much space I had, and then drizzled the remaining remnants of the juices on top. I like to sometimes save like another packet and add that halfway through, but it really depends. And I cooked these at, I think it was 400 for about 30 minutes, and then at the very end I broiled them for 2 to 5 minutes depending on your oven, and I did it on high. This is what it looks like plated up. I think there's like 12, and then they'll get like crispy brown. Today's drink, I really liked the other bloom that I had yesterday, so I'm going to try this cherry lime. As you can tell, it's the next day, and first stop was Tagalog Gardens. I have this amazing patio, and I needed to find some seeds or some plants to take up some space so I have a little bit more privacy. So I was on the hunt for anything. So just finished up. Another packet of Cosmos. As I was like planting the wildflower and the edible flowers, I do have some like bare spots where there isn't seed growing. And then also for the mysterious cat that came around, got cat grass. I'm gonna try that out. This is for like the cat, but also mosquito deterrent, which is catnip. So that will be interesting to see how all the cat stuff turns out. They didn't have the actual plant. They said they were out. But then I also found they have a ton of succulents. They're like covered in rocks. It's not like just dirt, kind of like city floral. This is, I will say, a bit cheaper, especially like for the air plants too. So I got 2. This one's more burgundy red, and then this one is more of like a magenta pink. Okay, so I'm at Nick's garden because I just got off a call, and apparently this is the spot too. So we'll see. Got home And time to plant everything. I got the Cosmos a few weeks ago and they've been thriving, so I was very excited to plant this little catnip in this chipped vase, and then add some more soil to the Cosmos because when I was actually planting them I kind of ran out and had to use a cactus dirt, so that's what I'm doing here. And then planting the catnip seeds, even though I have the plant. Sorry, cat grass, my mistake. And then there were two other maybe 1 foot by like 10 feet space, so I planted all the other flowers and wildflower packet. From NYX I got some air plants, and then I got the actual cat grass plant as well, and then a butterwort I think plant that eats gnats because I really need that. This is like the little snack bar, and this is why I want to get a postcard to put like the Wi-Fi password and just a little note.